I've trained calisthenics for 10 years. I've solely focused on strength. But what's on the other side? What can we learn from endurance? This is my journey to running a 70-kilometer ultramarathon in Japan. Okie dokie boys and girls, it is day 44 of Road to Shimanami, and this morning I did a 20-kilometer run, and boy, I felt it, because I always go out running without eating anything. I did have some drinks with me, but when I got home from that run, I was feeling tired, and guess what, during this leg day, I'm gonna feel those 20 kilometers in my legs as well. But the crazy thing I was thinking about is, well, to me, 20 kilometers, that's a heavy training day, but there's also people out there, for example, the athletes training for the Western States 100-mile race or something. Like, to them, 20 kilometers is like a rest day. They look at it and they're like, oh, yes, a rest day. I can relax today, And that's crazy. It's not only for the running, of course, it's also with strength training. Some people look at a 20-second phone lever set and think like, oh shit, that's impossible. I'm gonna be dead. And others think like, oh, that's a nice greasing the groove set that I can do, a nice activation that I can do in between my training days. Like, it's crazy how much a human can adapt to the training, right? Because, well, you can go from literally doing 0 pull-ups or not being able to run a kilometer to being able to run hundreds of kilometers in just one go, or being able to do 50 pull-ups or doing pull-ups with 100 kilos. Like, it's insane how strong you can get, and it's like a very fun game, where you can upgrade your character, and your character has this engine that you can just, make stronger. You can make your engine be able to put out more power at the same time, just the horsepower, or you can, make your engine efficient so that it can go for a long time, or you can just, do both, right? You don't have to specialize in one. I think in games you have two types of people. You have the people who max out one stat all the way before moving on to something else, and then you have people who, try to balance things out. Either of those is fine, but I think it's just so much fun that you can actually, when you think about it, training is just upgrading your gaming character. It's something like that, But anyway, now it's time for some leg day. It's time to upgrade the power engine, the horsepower engine for my bottom half. So I'm gonna do some squats, pistol squats, and well, today is gonna be the first really difficult day, I guess, to maintain what I have, because I've been trying to do or maintain 3 sets of 5 pistol squats with 30 kilos over the last couple of weeks, and I've succeeded. Today, I think I'm gonna be able to do it, but damn, it's gonna feel heavy. So let's see what happens, and then after that we can move on to the next exercise. All right. Whew, that's gonna be it for the pistol squats. Now moving on to Nordic curls, and well, these pistol squats, they target my quadriceps, of course, but also my glutes, right? And when I go outside and I do the Nordic curls, that's an exercise that will target the back side of my legs, so the hamstrings and the calves. And so I only need 2 exercises really. Yes, I do Bulgarian squats on Saturday or Sunday too, but in effect I only need 2 exercises, these 2 exercises, to target my entire leg. And when you're training for hypertrophy to build muscle, a bodybuilding style is of course going to be the most efficient. You isolate the muscle, you target every single bit of that muscle as precisely as possible. That's going to give you the best results, of course, but when it comes to maintaining strength, I think it's good to have your target part of your body, in my case the legs, move as a unit. So I do not do isolating exercises, but the exercises that I do, the compound exercises, they will efficiently maintain my leg strength, because this is especially important when you're shifting focus and you're trying to focus on something else while maintaining your strength. I'm trying to focus on running while maintaining my strength. I want the strength part to have the least effect or negative effect possible on the running. So I want to spend the least amount of energy, the least amount of recovery possible on those leg days that do maintain my strength, right? So I need to do it efficiently, and those exercises with a lot of bang for your buck, those are gonna be where the money is at. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not gonna target or do 5 different exercises to target every single muscle when I can maintain it in just 1 or 2 exercises. So that's what I'm trying to focus on. But anyway, happy that I was able to do the squats. Let's head outside for the Nordic curls. Holy hell. These are feeling heavy. Way more, how do I say it, compromised by the running than the quadriceps. I'm feeling more sore in my quadriceps, but as soon as I put some pressure on the hamstrings, holy hell, they're feeling weak. These are not gonna be the prettiest Nordic curls, but I think I can get 3 sets of 5 nonetheless, so I'm gonna give that a go. Okie dokie, that's gonna be it for today's training. Whew. Those hamstring Nordics were insanely difficult, but got them done anyway. And when it comes to training, if you think about sports as a game, like I mentioned in the beginning, well, then trainings are the missions that allow you to gain experience in order to upgrade your stats. But just like a game, right? Whereas if you're in a game, you gain that experience through battle or something else. That's your training, but you actually apply it, right? You upgrade your stats with the experience points afterwards when things have calmed down. And in the same way, when it comes to sports, when it comes to real life, you're not getting stronger during your training. That's when your HP is going down. That's when your PP, the amount of times you can attack, that's when all of that is going down. You're getting drained, and then after you recover, after the mission's over, things settle down and you have some time to just sit back, relax, and apply those experience points towards the stats that you want to upgrade. I guess the only difference is, well, when it comes to training, you choose the stats that you want to upgrade by the training that you want to do. Because guess what? If I do strength training, I'm gonna only be able to upgrade my strength stats. If I do running, I'm gonna be able to upgrade my running stats. But I'm not gonna be able to upgrade my running stats by doing strength training, for example, right? But anyway, that's besides the point. The point is, when you're training hard, you have to rest equally hard or even harder as well. Because, well, guess what? When you're training, you're going down, you're getting weaker. If you recover just as hard as you trained, you're getting back to the point where you originally were. But the beautiful thing about humans is, well, or any animal, I guess, is you can recover beyond where you were previously, and you can actually get stronger. So you have to recover harder than you train, I guess, if that makes sense, right? So train hard, study well, and eat and sleep plenty. That's the Master Roshi way. That's what I'm gonna do. You can bet your buns there will be a couple easy days coming up. In fact, today's Wednesday, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday will be easy days, because on Sunday there is a half marathon coming up, Today 20 kilometers, on Sunday another 20. It's gonna be 90 kilometers in total for this week. A new PR. I'm looking forward to it. So I'm just gonna do what I can in order to recover by then. I'm gonna head downstairs, have some dinner, and I'll see you tomorrow for another run, another training.